Hello, wonderful people. It's Vivian from VivianBrown.com. Happy Tuesday. Coming to you live from South Florida. It's been a minute since I did a Facebook Live. And to be honest with you, this should have been a video, but something else came up and then, that didn't work. So I said, okay, when all else fails, go to Facebook audio. And on a side note, if any of you is afraid of doing videos, Facebook audio is a great alternative to get your content out there, get your name out there and all that. So I want to welcome you to the live. If you're joining me live, say hello. If you listen to the replay, drop a hashtag replay and be sure to share this out if you get value. And if you're listening to this on YouTube, be sure to hit the subscribe button and turn your notification bell on, so you'll see when I upload more videos. And by the way, be sure to hit see first, the notification see first, so you'll see when I go live. So my topic today is how to stop comparing yourself with others and start winning. And how many of us, be honest, how many of us have compared ourselves with others? All of us have compared ourselves with others at some point in our lives. And guess what? It started when we were kids. When we were kids, the girls, oh, she has a better dress than mine. She has better shoes. Her doll is prettier than mine. The hair is better than mine. Oh, the hair thing, right? For the boys, you have a better pair of sneakers, whatever it is. We compare ourselves to each other as kids. So it's innate in us. It's embedded in us as human beings to, we all struggle with this comparitis syndrome, I'm going to call it. And it's really an internal negative mindset condition that we need to get over, right? Because if you allow this comparitis syndrome to take over your mindset, you'll continue to struggle, because basically you'll continue to keep looking at what other people are doing instead of focusing on what you need to do to get from point A to point B to point C and so on, right? You're really losing time when you stay, use all of your time comparing yourself with others. So for example, maybe you're trying to build a business online and you're looking at others. Mary over there, she's just crushing it. She's getting all these leads, all these sales. And you're like, when am I going to get my breakthrough? How come Mary is having so much success and I'm not? So, instead of don't pay attention to Mary, look at what you need to do. How can I, get from point A to point D? What skill sets do I need to learn? What coaching session do I need to get? What events do I need to attend so I can learn what I need to learn to get my business going? We need to look at it that way. So as adults, we have the power to change this mindset, right? We grew up as kids comparing ourselves with others, but as adults, we have the power to change this mindset. And I know it's hard to compare, to stop comparing ourselves with others, but it can be done. After all, we are all humans. And like I said, we are, it's an innate thing in us to compare ourselves with other people. But the key is here, right? The key is we have to rewire our minds, our brain to think differently. And it can be done as adults. As kids, we don't really have a choice, but unless our parents, teach us differently. But as adults, we have the ability to think differently, to rewire our brains to think differently so we can move into the right direction. And by the way, if you're getting value from this, feel free to comment below and to share this out and all the good stuff. So, so we have to see ourselves, we have to see others and see things in a different way with a different point of view, thus creating a different mindset shift. So I just want to share some pointers with you. So here's the first thing. There is not one person on this earth who is better than the other. Let me say it again. There is not one person on this earth who is better than the other. We all arrive at different levels. Of course, we all arrive at different levels in our lives, but not because someone is earning a certain amount of money or lives in a certain house or drives a certain car, etc. doesn't mean that he or she is better than the other person, right? Because we all have the same blood going through our veins. We all have the same organs. We all, are taught to go to school and to get our education. We all, if we all put our pants on one leg at a time and so on, right? We're human beings. So not because one person has a higher status than you, or it appears so, doesn't mean that he or she is better than the other person or better than you. So don't look at other people as superior than you, right? Look at people as human beings, because we all fall into the category of human beings. We all have different situations in our lives, right? Because you don't need a bunch of stuff to prove to people that you're worthy of anything. As a matter of fact, you are already worthy in God's sight because He made you and He considers you worthy. So no one is better than the other, right? So look at people as human beings. We are all human beings on this earth, and we all have different struggles. We all have different things going on. So don't look at people as superior than you are, because they are not. If, God forbid, something happens to them, they end up in the same hospital bed, just like you would if something happened to you, God forbid. Right. So the second thing I want to leave with you is there is no need to compare yourself with others, because even though we have the same organs, we have the same needs, the same wants, the same desires, we all have our own uniqueness. We all have our own thing that, there's one thing I can do that you can't do. There are some things that are unique to me and not to you. And then there are some things unique to you and not to me, right? Even if you're identical twins, they may look exactly alike, the same color and everything, but they have their own uniqueness. They have their own unique thing that they do that's different from the other. So we all have different situations in our lives, different family history. We have different family environments. We have different, different ways that we were brought up by our parents and all that. And all of this has helped to shape us into the persons that we are today and what we are cut out to do or what we're capable of doing. So where your focus goes is where your energy flows. So wherever or whatever you're focusing on, that's where you're going to put most of your effort, and therefore reap the benefits of that thing that you're focusing on. So we are good and not so good at different things. So there are some things that we are good at, and there are some things that we are not good at. So instead of comparing ourselves with others, we should be complementing or enhancing each other. Because we all can't do the same thing. We all can't do the same job. We all have our different, niches or different, particular thing that we can do, a little better than the others, but doesn't mean that one is better than the other. Some people are good at doing videos, while others are scared to death. Some people are cut out for college, while some are no good at the books. So they go to like some trade school or something. They learn to fix cars, or they go into entrepreneurship, or they learn to, fix things. Not everybody is cut out for the book thing, right? And there's nothing wrong with that, because we're all wired differently. So there's no comparison. You are good at one thing, the other person is good at the other thing. So let's talk about social media. When it comes to social media, a lot of people, they look at, people who have this, appear to have this lovely lifestyle, and they have everything going on. They're making $1 million every day. I'm just exaggerating. But, we look at people's profiles on social media, and we think that they have everything going on. But here's the truth. Not everyone shows their drama on social media, including myself. Because actually, for me, social media is not where you should be sharing your drama, really. But we all have stuff going on at one time or another. We all go through life. That's life. And no one is perfect, right? So you can't compare yourself with others who portray this perfect lifestyle. Don't look at people on social media and think, oh my gosh, when can I be like that? Or they have it going on. There's just, everything going on. When, like I said before, not everybody shares their drama on social media, right? You don't know what's going on in their lives behind the computer. So nobody has a perfect life. We all have different categories of life, relationships with our family, our work situations, relationship with our parents and all that. And we all have different stuff going on. So there's no comparison. We all have our ships come in at different points in life. We go through different illnesses, different, situations, whatever it is. So there's no comparison. So that was not the second thing. The third thing is competition, or trying to compete with others is a childish game, right? Because there's always something going on, there's always going to be someone who is ahead of you, no matter what level you are, no matter how bright you are, no matter how smart you are, no matter how gifted you are. There's always going to be somebody who is at a higher level than you. And not even if you reach the top doesn't mean that that excitement is going to last long, because you're worried that, even if you reach the top, you're worried that someone is going to kick you out of that position and get the top spot. And it's cool and everything, but it's only temporary. And don't get me wrong, nothing is wrong with getting to the top. We should all strive to get to number one, but it will last for so long, right? We should, so instead of comparing yourself to others, and trying to compete with others, trying to get at the top, which you should, but don't focus on that. Instead of focusing on that, focus on yourself. Compare yourself to the person you were yesterday and how you can become better today and tomorrow and going forward, right? So focus on the person you were yesterday and focus on becoming better. Start creating your own stuff. Start thinking how you can get from point A to point B. Start watering your own grass, right? When you start focusing on your own stuff, on what you need to do, then you don't have time to compare yourself with others. You don't have time to look at other people's grass because you see that your grass is withering. Your grass is getting brown. Okay, so you need to water your grass. You need to trim it. You need to, fertilize it, whatever you need to do to get your grass growing instead of worrying about John Smith's grass over there, right? So you just need to focus on your own stuff and stop worrying about other people. So when you have things to do that you need to work on to get from point A to point B, because if you're not where you're supposed to be, you need to be doing something. You need to be doing something that will get you from point A to point B if you're not satisfied with where you are. The fourth thing I want to leave with you, and by the way, getting value, leave me a comment below, share this out and all this good stuff, and drop me a hashtag replay if you listen to the replay. Number 4 is to own your own impediments or handicaps. And we all have some kind of handicap. And I'm not talking about physical handicaps. I'm talking about we all have strengths and we all have weaknesses. So you need to accept your strength and you need to accept your weaknesses and start focusing on how you can get these better, especially the weaknesses, how you can get better at whatever weakness there is. Maybe you have a weakness, you don't like videos. How can you start getting better at, how can you do your first video? Maybe you can, if you go, like for example, a Facebook Live, there is, you can go, share it with your own self so the public doesn't see it. Or you can do a YouTube video and see how, play it back and see how you feel about that and keep doing it over and over and over again. So whatever weaknesses you have, you need to start working on them to get them better and also continue to work on your strengths. Well, that's all I have for you today, my dears. So if you get value from this, let me know. Let me know your feedback. Let me know what your biggest takeaway from this is. And, hopefully this will help you to stop, comparing yourself with others and see how you can get better from yesterday, how you can get better from yesterday and get better, going forward so you can impact more people, so you can be a blessing to others. And I'm speaking to myself as well because we all have issues. We're not perfect. We all live in the world and, we all have things going on. So once again, thanks for watching. If you're listening to this, watching this on YouTube, be sure to drop click the subscribe button and turn the notification bell on. So thanks for listening, and I will catch you on another video. Hopefully the next one will be a video. So bye for now, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.